In the sulphurous depths of the infernal realm, where the sky is the color of a fresh bruise and the air hums with the drone of a billion wings, sat the Lord of the Flies. Beelzebub did not look like the terrifying titan of popular lore today. He sat upon a throne of calcified chitin, his fingers long, spindly, and twitching with a nervous energy tapping against the armrest. To the common occultist, he is the prince of demons, the right hand of Lucifer. To the denizens of the pit, he is the chief administrator of decay. He was tired. The buzzing silence. The story begins with a problem. In the hierarchy of hell, power is maintained through the constant rhythmic harvesting of pride and rot. But lately, a pocket of the mortal realm, a sprawling neon-lit metropolis, had become stagnant. It wasn't that the people were good, it was that they were nothing. They were indifferent, and indifference is a vacuum that even a demon prince finds difficult to fill. "The resonance is off," Beelzebub hissed. His voice sounded like dry leaves being crushed. "If there is no growth, there can be no decay, and if there is no decay, I have nothing to rule." He stood, his heavy, iridescent cloak fluttering. With a single sharp click of his mandibles, he manifested a portal. He wasn't going there to conquer, he was going there to fix the ecosystem. The descent to the concrete hive. Beelzebub arrived in the city of Oakhaven at 3 a.m. He took the form of a man who looked like he had been forgotten by time. Gaunt, wearing a suit that shimmered with an oily sheen, and eyes that moved just a fraction too fast. The generic storyline here is the stranger in a strange land. Beelzebub had to navigate the mundane to find the source of the spiritual blockage. He found it in a small, soul-crushing office building. Inside sat Arthur, a man whose life was so repetitive and devoid of passion that he had become a black hole of will. "You," Beelzebub whispered, appearing in the cubicle beside him. "You are ruining the harvest." Arthur didn't even look up from his spreadsheet. "The printer is jammed. If you're from IT, just fix it." Beelzebub felt a rare spark of genuine annoyance. As the prince of demons, he was used to terror, deals, and desperate pleas. Indifference was an insult to his craft. The conflict, order versus chaos. Beelzebub realized that to get the city rotting properly again, he had to give them something to care about. He began to weave his influence through the city, but staying true to his lore. The Lord of the Flies represents the gluttony of the mind and the corruption of the physical. 1. The plague of ambition. He didn't give people gold, he gave them an insatiable hunger for more.
2. The droning. A low-frequency hum began to vibrate through the city streets, a sound that mimicked the beat of his own wings. It stripped away sleep, leaving the citizens raw and reactive. 3. The manifestation. Finally, he revealed his true form in the city square, a towering, multi-eyed entity draped in living shadows and swarms of black insects. "I am the Lord of the Pit," he roared, his voice vibrating in the bones of every citizen. "I am the decay that makes the earth rich. I am the fly that feasts on your failures." The climax and the deal. Arthur, the man from the office, was the only one who didn't run. He walked up to the towering demon, his tie slightly crooked. "You're making a lot of noise," Arthur said, "but my life is still empty. If you're so powerful, give me a reason to actually fear you." Beelzebub paused. The swarm around him stilled. He realized the hero's journey in this comic wasn't about Arthur defeating the demon. It was about the demon realizing that humanity had evolved a new kind of hell. Boredom. In a twist of classic lore, Beelzebub didn't take Arthur's soul. Instead, he made him the harbinger. He granted Arthur the ability to see the rot in everything, ensuring that Arthur would never be bored again. But he would also never find peace. The aftermath, the city returned to its chaotic, decaying self. The blockage was cleared. Beelzebub returned to his throne in the pit, the rhythmic buzzing of his kingdom restored. He leaned back, watching the screens of mortal lives flicker with renewed sin and vibrant despair. "Much better," he croaked, as a single gold-rimmed fly landed on his finger. "Order is maintained through the most beautiful of corruptions.